Hey, what's going on guys? I'm Primal Liquid and welcome to a rather different sort of video than I normally do on this channel. So in this video we're going to be talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, or more specifically DLC and the final mix version for Kingdom Hearts 3. Now the information I'm going to be giving you guys in this video is from an article posted by Polygon, and that is after an interview with the game director Tetsuya Nomura. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is reading the article out to you guys and then also giving my personal opinion on what I think is more likely to happen based on what the article says. But I would also love for you guys to comment down below with what your personal takeaways are, and then we'll go from there and have a nice conversation about it. So without further ado, let us jump straight into things, shall we? Okay, so straight off the bat, Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC will add more difficulty and deepen the story. Tetsuya Nomura says to expect more content this year. So, let's scroll down and get into the actual article for it. So, there's more Kingdom Hearts 3 content coming this year, according to series director Tetsuya Nomura, and that includes both free and premium DLC, both of which will bring some desired updates to the role-playing game. In an interview with Japanese outlet Dengeki Online, Dengeki Online, if you don't know, is a very, very large and popular gaming magazine in Japan, so a news source with them is definitely very, very credible. So let's carry on. Nomura said that Square Enix will add Critical Mode to the game as a free update in the coming months. Fans will remember Critical Mode as the apex of challenge in the Kingdom Hearts series, restricting players' health, strength, and abilities. This falls in line with a reported data mine of the game. Data miners shared what they said were files hinting at the Kingdom Hearts 3 Critical Mode. Now, in case you aren't familiar, I have seen those leaks myself. Basically, some of the files were relating to enemy stats being much higher, and a few other bits and bobs relating to critical mode as well. Now, one thing I do just want to mention here is the article states includes both free and premium DLC. Now, for that, we can pretty much surmise one of two things. We know critical mode is going to be for free, as it says right here. So what other sorts of free DLC could we expect? I'm thinking probably not along the lines of Keyblades. We might get one or two, like the pre-order Keyblades. We might get them for free, although the chances of that are extremely slim. But obviously, when it says premium DLC, that is obviously the paid-for DLC. So for paid-for DLC, you can expect anything from Worlds, Keyblades, boss battles, Coliseum mode, those sorts of things, really, like things that will add quite a bit of gameplay time to it. And unfortunately, I am expecting a lot more paid DLC than free DLC. But let's carry on. So, paid DLC will fill in some of the story gaps Nomura explained. There are plenty of those in the dense Kingdom Hearts 3, and the post-release secret movie and epilogue only made things more complicated. We shouldn't expect answers to our questions, but there should at least be some backstory added to deepen the game's climactic moments. Now, this is rather confusing to me. So it says we shouldn't expect any answers to our questions, but they're going to add some backstory to deepen, the climactic moments. So, rather than answering questions, to me it sounds more like they're going to be adding DLC that's only going to raise more questions. At least that's what I personally take away from that. If you guys take away anything else from what this article says, as I mentioned before, comment down below in the description and we will talk about it, because who knows, maybe you've seen some news that I haven't seen. So, let's carry on reading. Okay, critical mode and other big updates are typically thrown into Kingdom Hearts re-releases known as final mixes, but Nomura said that he'd prefer to release the content piecemeal this time around. So what that means is, rather than just completely leaving Kingdom Hearts 3 as it is until final mix, they're basically going to be doing little bits of DLC over a course of time rather than just all at once in the final mix. which is pretty much what it says. So up to now, we've prepared a separate final mix package re-releases, but this time we're thinking of doing the additional content as DLC, he said, based on a translation from Kotaku. We waited long enough to get the first iteration of Kingdom Hearts 3. We'd rather not sit around to buy yet another version of it in who knows how many years. Polygon reached out to Square Enix for more details. This is just Nomura talking after all, and we'll update more when they receive it. Now, to me personally, what that sounds like is Nomura is basically going along the route of everything is going to be DLC, and then in a fair few years, they're more than likely going to release a final mix version, which is more than likely just going to be like a Game of the Year edition, you know, like where they basically just release the game, full retail price. Again, the only difference is it comes with all the DLC, which has been happening more and more often lately, like... well, there's Nier Automata, that's just been re-released with the Game of the Year edition with all the DLC. And there's obviously quite a few more that are doing it. Borderlands did it for the Handsome Jack collection on PS4, which was all the DLC thrown into there as well. So that is personally the way I think they're going to go, because if they release the DLC bit by bit over, say, the next year, then that's going to increase Square's revenue by quite a large margin, as opposed to just re-releasing it all at once in the final mix. Obviously, this way they can, like, you're going to buy all the DLC, and then later on down the year, they're going to release a final mix version, which means people are basically going to be buying the game and all the DLC, which they've already paid for previously, again. So that's what I'm personally taking away from this. We're going to be getting a DLC over the coming year, which, given that it says in the upcoming months for Critical Mode, I can't imagine we're going to be waiting too much longer. I would say perhaps even maybe like towards the end of March, or maybe even April. But again, that's just a guess from me. Like, no one has actually stated that. That is literally just a guess from me. But that's pretty much all we know about Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC so far, guys. So leave a comment down below and let's have a discussion on what DLC you think we're going to get, and, you know, like what sort of price range you're thinking about. But as always, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then please hit that like button, and I will see you all around.